Welcome to Creating Awareness, conversations that awaken, empower, and heal your soul. I'm Sarah, and this space is for the deep thinkers, the soul seekers, and the cycle breakers. Each episode will explore real stories, powerful insights, and transformative tools to help you return home to yourselves. From trauma to self-love, shadow work to soul purpose, here we go beyond the surface together. All right, welcome to Creating Awareness. It's exciting to have you on, Ian. I've been wanting to have this conversation for a while because people are going to learn a lot.
Fantastic. Well,
Yeah.
Great to be here, Sarah.
So, what is PSYCH-K? For all those who are like, Sarah keeps talking about this PSYCH-K thing. Tell us more. I'm super excited for people to hear it from you.
Right. Well, I mean, there's a lot of different ways we could describe what PSYCH-K
Yeah.
is. The way I like to really talk about it as the first step is it's all in the name.
Yeah.
Psych, PSYCH, stands for psych, which is the mind, and
Yep.
all things to do with the mind. And K is for key.
Yeah, see, I haven't explained that, so that's cool.
So it's like, it's like exactly like having a key for the mind.
Yep. Yep.
And that part of our mind where all of the automatic programs are that run our life, the subconscious, it's like a key for the subconscious mind.
Wow.
That's a really great way to start by, with an explanation for somebody. Once you understand what you're able to do is build anything you want in that part of your mind.
Wow.
And remove anything that's there that we don't want, because there's definitely a whole lot of stuff that we don't want in there that we've just been, that we've inherited and, it's been inserted into our systems.
Yeah. Time to weed that garden.
we weed the garden. We're more disempowered as a human race than ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so PSYCH-K is a way to be able to get into that big computer, the subconscious mind that runs
95% of our lives, isn't it?
Yeah. Or some people say it's even more.
Yeah,
Some of the big guys in consciousness say it's a lot more than 95%.
Okay.
Which I mean,
Wow. Yeah, we're close to 100 already.
And that's always been subconscious, below our conscious level of awareness, and be able to get in there, find out, communicate with that part of our mind, which is something we can talk about, and not only have suddenly this huge, massive expansion and jump in our own self-awareness of what's going on and why our life is like it is, but also be able to go and change those programs super fast.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
That's what I love about PSYCH-K is the super fast bit. You're not spending hours and hours in therapy talking about things.
Yeah.
It's just, let's just get it done. We're very efficient.
Yeah, right.
Like
exactly.
efficiency.
Well, and the thing is that just people don't realise that it's even possible.
Yeah. Yep.
People don't realise it's possible, for so many reasons. Number one, we're not taught about this stuff at school.
No.
And that's okay because, traditional science works with things that it can measure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and things that are in the more energetic realm are not really measurable by traditional science. But I think that's changing, and that is going to change a lot. I think that the big challenge is, though, is we're not taught about it at school, so it's not something we're brought up with even thinking about or being on our radar.
No.
And we're also taught from a very young age that changing our life is hard.
Yes.
And it takes a long time.
I have people literally come in and go, oh, it's going to take a lot of time. I'm like, that's a belief.
Right.
Everything's a belief.
But they're the beliefs that we're inheriting at the subconscious level that are kind of keeping us in that holding pattern. And I always say, we're trapped in a prison of limiting beliefs and stress.
We really are.
And that is a really big one. It's keeping us in a constant loop that we can't get out of.
No.
And so just to be able to open up your mind a little bit and consider that there may be some things that we're finding out in life that are now possible that we didn't realise were possible before. Be open to possibility is a really great way to approach life, because it's true. We're finding out, not just with PSYCH-K, but so many things, with things that we can do as human beings that we never thought possible.
Right? Yeah, even looking at technology and how it's advanced. Somebody had that idea, somebody made it happen.
Yeah.
So it's all belief systems. I believe I can make it happen. I believe I can show this to the world, and not limiting yourself or sabotaging yourself or worrying about other people's judgments, you know?
Yeah. So that's a big block for people. You know, this one of the ways you can think about it. It's a term that's been used a lot more frequently recently, is cognitive dissonance.
Yes.
And so somebody can even who has those beliefs, they're so powerful at the subconscious level of mind.
Yep.
That even if you share or show them what's possible, provide them with a whole lot of evidence, their mind goes into cognitive dissonance, and they dig their feet in even further, and will retreat even further to not be open to that idea.
Yeah, and I've seen that stubbornness almost. Yeah. And it's not their fault, you know. That's the thing, it's not their fault, because it's their subconscious. Yeah,
but we are moving, I think we're moving into a world where people are a lot more open.
Yeah, thank goodness.
To life. To all the possibilities in life.
And there is so many opportunities out there, and things that could, you know, come into your world. If it's a resonance you were talking about last night. It's being at a resonance where you can allow that to kind of come in.
Yeah.
Which I think is really cool. What makes PSYCH-K a different modality to other modalities out there?
Right. Well, because there's a lot of incredible processes out there. They do great things. Everything has a purpose.
Of course.
Whether they're things like, you know, the traditional personal development processes, NLP,
EMDR,
hypnosis,
kinesiology.
Yeah, kinesiology, EFT.
Yeah.
And there's so many great processes out there, and they all do wonderful things. What PSYCH-K does very, very specifically is it gives us the ability to create brand new, self-empowering subconscious beliefs that we want. We can decide whatever beliefs we want in just a few minutes. You know, when you get started and you're learning, maybe it'll take you 5-10 minutes, maybe 15 if you're getting started. But with a bit of practice, you know, most of the time, generally, just a few minutes to create a brand new subconscious belief. And if you've got, and most people have heard, probably listening to your podcast as well, have heard about limiting beliefs before. You know, they're a really big problem. There's so much.
Oh, yeah.
A limiting belief is a quite innocuous name for something that has such a toxic effect in our life.
Yeah, it holds us
and
way
really
back.
just smashes us so hard every day, 24/7, from the inside out. They're like enemy combatants.
They really are.
It gives us the ability, when we create that new belief with a process, that it not only creates that new belief, it overwrites or overrides the limitation that might be there.
I love that so much.
Which is great. So one of the things we can do is we can create brand new subconscious beliefs, and that's in any area of life. So you can think about areas like self-esteem.
Yeah, that's always a good one.
So people are used to the idea of affirmations.
Yeah.
You know, it's a statement you say over and over again for months, and you hope it works. And massive respect to affirmations as well.
They work. They just take time.
If that's the mainstream, that's the mainstream process for change. And, you know, if that's all you've got, that's fantastic. We prefer the 5-minute version.
We got things to do. I want to, get my life on track now, not in 3 months' time.
Supercharge things.
Yeah, that's it.
And
fast pace.
But rather than saying it over and over again, we can create a goal statement in any area of our life. It could be around self-esteem. I love myself unconditionally, or I deeply value and respect myself. I'm worthy of the best. I deserve the best. It could be around relationships.
Yeah, they're good ones.
You know, I'm worthy of a loving relationship. Could be around health. You know, just even simple stuff like, I love exercise. You know, that was had a huge impact on my life. Or I only eat healthy, nutritious food.
Yep.
And people go, wouldn't that be boring? Well, not when you've got the belief.
Yeah, right.
Because it just becomes automatic. Right? You don't have to struggle anymore with it. It could be around trusting, the healing capacity of your body. Yep. It could even be about how long you're going to live.
Yes,
right? That
one shocks people. I saw everyone's faces yesterday. They were like, really?
Right.
Really?
I mean, it's when you understand this stuff. I mean, it's interesting. It's funny. We can be lighthearted about it,
Yeah.
but it's a really big deal.
It is, 100%.
If you don't have a belief about when you're going to die, you'll generally die when your parents died.
Yeah.
Because that's what you've been brought up and conditioned to believe is what happens. So at a certain point, your body will start getting ready to check out.
Yeah. And you see that. People hit a certain age and their body just deteriorates and they go, oh, it's just old age.
Yeah.
I'm just getting older.
So you can then change that belief or create a new belief and put your time of departing this physical realm out further,
Yep.
you know, like wherever you want, basically,
Yeah.
if it's appropriate for you to do so. And what will happen is that will become the new reality energetically in your system, and everything at this point in time will start reorientating to get you further.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And you might even start noticing the way you're approaching life is just a bit different.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean you're not going to get hit by a bus,
No,
or it's not
yeah,
guaranteeing
life still
anything,
happens.
right? It's not life still guaranteed. But what it's doing is definitely improving your odds.
Well, this is the thing. And the other thing is, if it's not, say you want to live 30 years longer, it may not even be that you live 30 years longer, but you have a better quality of life till you get there, right?
That's
because,
better too. Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
you're not just going to be sitting there going, oh, but it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. It's like, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter because I feel good and my age isn't going to
Yeah.
limit me.
Yeah,
You know?
but you know, like health is a big one. Mindset
Yeah.
really underpins health. It underpins relationships around our business.
Yes, definitely.
And what we do for our vocation, really important. You know, our ability to communicate to one or to many, our ability to lead people, our ability to connect people and build groups of people that are going to work together.
Yes.
Our ability to go and promote ourselves, big one these days. You know,
Yes.
like anyone over the age of 25 hasn't grown up with the internet. So generally not everyone, there is some real barriers about going and promoting ourselves online. I definitely had them.
Yeah, it took me a bit to
Different
get there.
fears, fear of being seen, not liking how you look on camera, fear of being judged.
Yes.
Massive.
It is
Massive.
the biggest one I get when I have clients.
You know, just the stress around the communicating to a camera, that kind of stuff. You can just change all of that now. So around your business, around money.
Yep.
You know, I think most people, whether they've got money or don't have money, grew up with money or didn't, have limitations around it.
Definitely.
You know, money doesn't grow on trees. Money's the root of all evil.
Yep.
Got to work hard for money.
Rich people are arrogant.
Yeah, but you know, more money, more problems.
Yeah.
Right. And
it doesn't have to be that way.
Or you know, some of the people I know with a lot of money have got huge issues with it. You know, everyone wants me to communicate with me before my money, connect with me before my money. So there's a lot of fear around it, and all of them are programs, and we can change them all.
Yeah.
Right? We just say, what do you want instead? What's the opposite of that? Let's put that in the system and overwrite that limitation, rather than have those limiting programs running our system 24/7 underneath the conscious level of awareness with such incredible power that we don't even realise that it's directing most of our behaviour.
It is.
And let's turn them around. What about our spirituality, right? You know, we're brought up to believe, you know, that we're just really just human. You know, we're just... we haven't got a huge amount of potential. We see it, you know, it's in the media, and we're always... There's all of this constant stream of disempowerment and stress that's being poured into the collective consciousness of humanity.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah.
Right? Disempowering us.
Very much.
You know, what about the belief I'm a spiritual being with infinite potential?
Right?
Like,
that could be a bit changing,
that,
right?
well, that is a game changer, right? And we're here for a reason, and we're not just a body walking around on legs.
No, believe it or not.
Yeah, right. I love the Deepak Chopra said, "You are not your mind, and you are not your body.
Yeah.
You are one. So that's not you.
Yep.
You are the one with a mind and with a body."
Ooh.
So who are you?
So who are you? You're just adopting this body. This is
Right. So you're
just borrowing it for a few years.
You're the being that has this body and this mind as your vehicles while we're in this physical existence.
Yeah.
To be able to live in this physical world, but we're more than just that.
Yep.
Most people these days and we asked last night, right? Almost everyone put up their hand, and that just 10 years ago wouldn't have happened.
No.
Most people believe, not even believe, they know that we're more than that. We're actually spiritual beings having a human experience.
Yep.
And knowing it is one thing, believing it at the subconscious level is a completely different thing. What that means, though, if it is true, is we've got so much more potential than we ever thought.
Yeah.
And there's so many things we can do, and so much potential and power that we have at our fingertips that we didn't even realise was possible.
Because nobody told us.
Well, because we're not taught about it at school.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? And then we have these beliefs that things are hard and they take a long time.
Yep.
And so, around spirituality is another area.
Yep.
Money, our vocation. What about recreation? I mean, as we get older,
Right, yes.
as we get older, what we do recreationally and for fun is so important, and not everyone is so serious. Everyone is so serious these days.
Yeah.
Everyone is so getting more and more serious.
Yeah.
We should be having more and more fun.
Right.
We need to be doing things in our life as part of our balance that are going to fill our hearts with joy and make our hearts sing.
I agree.
And, when we're kids, we often, are doing a lot of those things, and then the dreams get knocked out of us.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we stop being creative. We stop doing the things that were fun.
Yeah, we don't do the dance group. We don't do the karate. We don't go to the craft groups or whatever,
It
hang
could be
out.
bushwalking. It could be just listening to the music that you love listening to, or finding some new music.
Yeah.
Dancing
around being silly,
Exactly. Having fun with friends.
Gotta grow up.
Laughing, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That stops happening because of, this programming as well.
Yeah.
Right? And we can really just turn all of that on as well. And, just every other area we can think of is pretty much derived by our beliefs.
Belief systems.
And according to neuroscience, up until the age of about 7, that's when we collect all of those automatic programs.
Okay.
Right? And they don't have anything to do with our dreams and wishes.
Yep.
Nothing at all. We need as human beings to be able to function properly. Thousands of programs. Human babies are amongst the most helpless of all of the animal species, right? If a baby is born and just left there, it's going to die, right?
It can't fend for itself.
It can't fend for itself. We need to have programs to operate life. And so nature creates that opportunity for us to collect those programs by all children up until about the age of 7 being in something called the theta, Theta brain state.
Yeah, that was interesting to learn yesterday. I didn't know about this.
So a lot of people have heard of the theta healing perhaps, or the theta brain state before. This is a clinically proven brain frequency state. As adults, when we're awake, we've got alpha and beta. We've got delta when we're asleep. It's how the brain operates when we're in these states of consciousness. Theta, as adults, is right when we're half asleep, half awake.
Wow.
And it's, when you wake up in the morning and you have all those incredible ideas and inspirations, or when you're going to bed at night, you go, I've got to write that down.
Yeah, I have to have a journal next to me.
Always have a journal when you wake up in the morning, or, better than a phone.
Yeah,
right?
it is.
Don't
You don't
keep
get the
your phone.
lights.
You don't want to keep your phone next to you.
Because they pull you straight out of theta, I found out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so keep the journal.
Your phone is going to pull you straight out of theta, theta brain state. You don't want to do that.
No.
But that's when we have all those incredible ideas and we're really connected more than ever to our creativity and our intuition, and both sides of our brain turned on, fully functioning.
It's such a small part of our day.
Yeah, that actually can be part of who we are in everyday life.
Yeah, okay.
Right? But children are in this theta brain state, all children, the whole time up until the age of 7 or 8.
Wow, so sponges. That's what they say, the kids are sponges. That makes sense.
Yeah. And so it's a state of imagination, which is why, all kids, we look at our kids and we go, oh, they're creative geniuses. And then like 9 or 10, they just lose it all. And it's like, what happened to that?
And, their brain got older.
The theta brain state's a state of imagination but it's also a state of hypnosis. So what that means is there's zero or no filter between what they're seeing happening in the outside world and what's going in as a hardwired program to the automatic default operating system that's going to basically run the rest of your life.
Yay, no pressure.
And so this was designed, I'm sure, by nature to keep us safe and help us bring on all these programs. But so if mum and dad treated you like you were loved and valued and supported and accepted, you probably have those beliefs.
Yeah.
If they didn't have time to do that because they were finding it hard to make ends meet, maybe you don't have those beliefs, those self-empowering beliefs around self-esteem. And, you know, unfortunately, if they didn't treat you well, you might have the limiting belief, which is I'm not loved, I'm not valued, and I'm not supported.
So to be able to shift all that in like a 5-minute session, well, probably maybe a couple, depending on what's going on.
Yeah.
But to be able to shift all that so quickly compared to the traditional modalities where you go to counselling and you spend hours is just, for me, life-changing.
Well, firstly, we haven't known what they are, let alone be able to change them.
Yeah.
But, you know, but it's across the board, everything that we observe growing up around how our parents dealt with their health. If they had great relationship with health, chances are we do.
Yeah.
And good beliefs. If they didn't, chances are we don't. I didn't have some of those that I've had to overcome, and we've got to then go, well, hang on, what are my programs and what can I do about them?
So you're the cycle breaker.
We're cycle breakers. Cycle breakers.
Woo! Yeah, watch out, guys. We're coming for you.
But you know, around all of it, you know, the money, the relationships. If they had mum and dad had a great relationship, chances are you've got beliefs that relationships are beautiful. If they had not a great relationship, you might have a belief that relationships aren't safe. But then when we get to 7 or 8, that theta brain state just shuts down. The door closes, slams
like
shut.
Locked in. You're locked in.
It's basically locked in, and that becomes our automatic default operating system for life. That's running 95% of our life.
And you don't even remember it as an adult.
Well, the thing is that after that point, something great happens. That's the conscious mind really kicks in, and that's our ability to be able to self-direct our own actions and to be able to think about what we want to do with our lives. And we can set our goals and go, well, you know, I'd like to have this kind of relationship or this kind of career or, you know, this kind of health. And we get excited about that consciously, but we're only in the conscious moment about 5% of the time. And we talked about that before. And so if I'm walking down the street and thinking about walking down the street and suddenly I think about what I want to eat for dinner, by definition, I'm no longer in the conscious moment.
True.
I am in the future with my conscious mind, and I don't just stop walking.
No, that's
because
true.
my conscious mind has departed. What happens is the subconscious mind takes over my walking and my life while I'm not in the present moment, which is 95% of the time. And the programs that are running my subconscious mind are all the programs I inherited before the age of 8 or 9.
Yes.
And according to the neuroscience, 70%, and this was from a long time ago, so it's probably a lot more than this now, 70% of those programs that we inherited before the age of 7 or 8 are not just limiting, they're destructive, toxic, and they're taking us away from where we want to go.
Yes.
But so we're always taking one step forward in our conscious mind. I want to have this relationship, and then it's like boom, 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 back again. I'm back in the same situation.
Like,
I want to get healthy, and then back again,
that
eating
gym
the same.
that you signed up for.
eating the same, you know, food that you know isn't good for you.
Yeah.
And so 70%, and it's not only the beliefs that we're picking up from the world around us. It's not just our parents. It's what we're watching on TV, what we're learning at school. You know, stand in the straight line, don't speak unless spoken to, and learn all that information off by heart and repeat it back to me. Nothing, you know, there's definitely some great things about school, but there's a lot of limitation in a lot of the things that we learn.
Yeah.
And that becomes our default operating system for life. And where the, you know, problem lies is we're not told that this is how our system works.
No.
We're not taught about it at school.
Like parents are not informed that this is how the kids are going to learn.
Well, they don't know.
Yeah.
Because they've never learned. And the people that do know either trying to tell people but aren't getting their voices heard, or they're not wanting to tell people because they don't want people to know.
Yeah.
And for us, because we're not there, we're off somewhere else with our conscious mind, we don't know how we are.
Yeah,
we don't
that's
even
true.
realise how we are in that time. All we can see is the results in our life. Why is my life like this, in this area, this area, this area, when I know I've got so much more potential?
Yes.
And we do. And the thing that I try to talk to, young kids about, we all self-identify then with our results, and we self-identify with the way we feel, and we self-identify with the way that we are with our health. And we say, I'm depressed, I'm anxious.
Yeah, we take it on, don't we?
Or I'm not smart, or I'm not worthy, or I'm
an idiot.
This stuff always happens to me.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is. But the number one thing, if we can get this right in our minds, and this is what I talk to kids about, the way you feel or these things are happening isn't because of you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not you.
No.
It's the programs.
Yes.
It's not you. So as soon as you don't self-identify with it and separate, that's like, there's some
relief.
space. Okay, it's not you, it's the programs. You inherited them.
Yeah.
And you know what? So it's not your fault. It's not your parents' fault either, because
No, they didn't know
they didn't know about it.
It was their generation. It's just
And the great thing is,
the way it is.
you can change them all, and they have such a big impact on your life, good or bad. So when you change them, everything changes really, really quickly.
Massive.
And we just haven't even got a box in our mind to even think about that stuff at the moment. So we've got to start by going, well, hang on, this is how our system works, and understand that this is what we know. Now, this is neuroscience. This is not just, we're not making this stuff up.
Yeah.
This is neuroscience. This is how things work. We also know, which is another great piece of information, because they've talked about the subconscious mind for years. We know through EEG, or electronic encephalography brain mapping, right? It's been around since the 1920s. You might have heard of ECG for hearts, right? That's EEG for a heart, measuring the electrical flow.
Yep.
We know through brain mapping, through EEG brain mapping, that when we have a limiting belief, either the left or right side of our brain shut down, it's just turned off. And when we have stress, either the left or right side of our brain shut down, so either the rational side or the emotional side.
Interesting.
Right? And, when you become hypervigilant, you lose all, when in an emergency situation, you lose your emotional side. Or when you become over-emotional, you lose the ability to think of the words you need to say. That's when we're stressed, right? When we create these new beliefs, it's not only creating that new support at the subconscious level, which is massive, because the subconscious is so powerful.
Yeah.
Right? It's also turning on huge amounts of previously untapped brain processing capacity that's just sitting there doing nothing.
Oh my goodness.
So if we have 70% of our belief system as limiting, not only that, all the stress in our system, how much of our time are we walking around with, not only the subconscious working against us rather than for us, like beating us up from the inside, but we're working with half our brain shut down as well. And we've got the ability now to just turn all of that on. It's like a double whammy.
Right.
It's like a massive double benefit that we get from doing all this stuff. And the great thing is, we can do it easier and faster than ever before.
Yeah, it really is super fast. And I'll now write a list. And like you were talking about yesterday, walk into the bedroom, come back half an hour later, and it's like a whole bunch of new belief systems have just been done. And
so tell me your experience.
Oh, it's been incredible. The person I was in October last year when I first met you and thought this whole thing was a scam, and that was a hilarious story, to now doing the basic and the advanced, I just feel so much more confident. I believe in myself. I don't have body image issues. I couldn't even put clothes on in the morning without being like, oh, what are they going to think of me? I look like this. All the self-hatred I had for myself. I'm able to just show up, and believe in what I have to share. I'm, able to experience life in such a beautiful way. If a hardship comes, I don't go into that hole and stay there like I used to. Like things that were hard, life is going to throw challenges at you. That's life, right? You're meant to. But instead of staying in that victim mentality, I'm able to go, whew, that was rough. My nervous system's not liking that too much. And I've got a clarity of my mind because there's so much stress has been pulled out. It's not like I'm just overwhelmed with it all.
Yeah.
It's so clear. And I'm able to sit there and go, what is this going to teach me in the end?
Yeah.
How can I communicate better? Is there a boundary that's being crossed? Is this
Yeah.
showing me something that I still need to work on?
Yeah.
And it's just so empowering to be able to walk around with this new mindset. It's accessing that whole brain. It's incredible.
Yeah, great. Turning the brain on.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
All of it. Not just 5% or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. And the great thing is you just do it yourself.
Yeah. Well, that's the cool
You
thing.
can go in your bedroom, you come out 10 minutes later, a new version of yourself.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
it's quick. This is the thing. Like, I've been doing self-development for a few years before I even met you. But like I said, October to now, massive. Like, so much work
Yeah.
that would have taken maybe 5 years if I had
Yeah.
tried to do it the old methods that I was doing, which were
Yeah.
great. This is just fast. You know, it just means that you get to live the life you want quicker.
Yep.
It means you get to step forward and take charge and take responsibility and, you know, instead of reacting emotionally, be able to just be present with people, connect
Yeah.
with people, have beautiful relationships with people. And so you just have a better life, you
Yeah,
know?
great.
It's incredible,
Great. And the whole idea of being self-empowered is just the best.
right?
You know, we believe anyway, and I think a lot of people do now, is the only person that can heal him or herself or transform themselves is themselves.
Exactly.
Right?
People can help guide you, but inherently it's you. You have
Yeah.
to be the one that's open to it, willing to do the work, and, you know, it's you. You're the one
Yeah.
doing it. It's your system.
Yeah, just like we're the only ones that can digest our own food.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
We're the only ones that can ultimately change us, as we're always looking for outside ourselves for
Yeah.
people to come and help us.
Yeah.
And we can just self-empower ourselves easier
Right.
than ever before.
What got you
And-
into PSYCH-K? Like, how did you discover it? Because you've been doing this for how long?
I've been doing it for a while. Yeah. Been doing
Final
it for
2 years?
yeah. Coming up to 20.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
incredible.
So, I was interested in this world of personal growth and spiritual development for a long time. I think when I left school in the mid-80s, my mum wanted me to do a course to become a waiter. She said, look, then if if all fails, you can always get a job as a waiter
That
in
backup
the world.
plan, it's a safety
And,
net.
because there was some money saved up from my grandma I'd been putting away, that we got it when we left school.
Yeah.
But I used it and I did an astral travelling course.
No, she would have been so ropeable.
Yeah, it was
You
funny.
what?
Anyway, I was always interested in this kind of stuff.
Nice.
And but I always thought if there's something I can be doing to improve my experience of life, I want to know what it is.
Yeah, of course.
And I knew the subconscious was the key for that.
Interesting.
And did so many courses, so many workshops, like
We all
and
start
I
there,
had
right?
benefits from all of them. I had benefits from all of them,
They
but
get you where you need to go, right?
but a friend of mine introduced me to PSYCH-K in 2006.
Okay.
And he said, Ian, I need to introduce this to you. I've got to share it with you. I feel compelled to do that. It's a way to be able to create brand new subconscious beliefs and remove any stress in your life. And we didn't even talk about that because we were still getting through the belief part
Oh,
of it.
yeah, true. We'll go back on
in
that.
just a few minutes.
Yeah.
And he said the best part about it is that we get immediate verification with muscle testing, which I'd heard about.
Yep.
Because the subconscious doesn't speak, and we're making hardwired changes. And what he meant by that is we can not only create the beliefs, which we were talking about before, all of these incredible beliefs,
Yep.
we can also take any stress that's in the system.
So important.
So that's a kind of different structure that's in our system, and that can be all the kind of most serious kind of post-traumatic stress from childhood. It can be the kind of stress which most people don't talk about. We pick up empathetically from parents. If mum or dad was stressed,
Yeah.
we're
they
just
likely
we're just
were.
good little sponges, and we sponge it all up,
Yeah.
right? And it could be stuff that's happening now, stuff from the future. It could be negative emotions, anger, sadness, resentment, embarrassed, humiliated. It could be grief from loss. It could be fears and phobias, even victim narratives.
Yeah.
And that, just like the beliefs, goes into the automatic program and just sits there, accumulating and creating a collateral problem over time. And so it's just another problem that we've got. And
Yeah.
really with PSYCH-K and a balance process, it's like being able to take a metaphorical high pressure hose and hose all of that mud out of your system.
Get out of
Yeah.
my system.
Get out of my system. Yeah, because it's like it has no place there and it's not
No.
helping us. It's just
It's what's
shutting
making
it-
us sick.
It's shutting us down.
Yeah.
Well, we know when we're stressed we get sick.
Yeah, yeah, we do.
Yeah.
And you're reactive because it's almost like that your cup's full because the stress is just up here.
The cups are full.
So as soon as one little pin drop, it's like boom.
Yeah, and you think about like the last 5 years, the COVID thing.
Yeah, that thing that happened.
Whatever your perception is of it. Already for the last 20, 30 years, the advent of technology, they said it was going to make life easier,
Yeah,
but it just made us more and more disconnected.
it did. Yes.
It created, I think, more problems for us, on so many levels. And, the last 5 years is just, many, many more buckets of mud poured into the collective consciousness
Ooh,
of
yeah.
humanity. Where
Just have to turn the social media on.
as humanity now, we're just more shut down than ever.
Yeah.
And that's the brain shut down, subconscious shut down with the fear. And unfortunately, most people, don't recognise it because everyone's like, and it's just the new, I don't like the
Way
new
of
normal,
living.
but the new reality that
Yeah.
people are living in. And the thing is, there's an epidemic of young kids with high anxiety.
Right. Yes.
And it's just inherited.
It's getting younger and younger. I've noticed in childcare, the kids, it's just getting younger and younger and younger, even in childcare systems now, not even schools. It's
Right.
like less.
And we've got a way to be able to change it real
Yeah.
quick. Just hose that out. Hose it out. Let it go.
Yep.
Technically, we're transforming it.
Well, yeah, because you can't make something disappear. You can only transmute.
We transform
which I
it, but
learnt
it's
from
really,
you.
really fast. And what happens then is if 100% of our consciousness, 95% of it, if it's run by the subconscious, and 70%, and that was from back in the 1990s that they said that, it's probably a lot more now, is filled with limitation and stress. And we've got a way to be able to remove all of that. We've got the ability to radically improve our experience of life by hundreds and hundreds of percent. And the
Yeah.
great thing about it is it's all very low hanging fruit. It's
Yes.
really easy to do, and you can do it yourself.
What is that saying you always write up on the board? Keep it simple but not simpler?
Right. Well, we say that in PSYCH-K,
Yeah.
right? And we say that in the PSYCH-K world. We say, to be complicated as human, to be simple as divine,
Yeah, exactly.
right? And
Yeah.
so life can be simple.
Yeah.
And that's a
If
great
you
way to
believe it.
approach this. And
Yeah.
so we have the ability to really go and radically improve not only our lives, but humanity has the ability. We've got hundreds of years of programming that's limiting and stress that's just literally been poured into our system by default or design. It doesn't really matter. That's just shut us down more than ever.
Yeah.
And we have the ability now to change it all real quick.
And it's one person, it ripples out.
Yeah.
You know?
But negative thinking, worrying about the future, regretting the past. Bye-bye.
Yeah, none of that.
Don't waste your time doing that. It's a waste of time. It's not
Yeah.
helpful.
No.
Use your conscious mind to set meaningful goals, learn from your past experiences and enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
Right? Be in the present with your conscious mind, enjoying life.
It's such a nice place. I'm just saying. Like, I'm loving it. It feels like such a short term. I've spent my whole life being so stressed. So
Yeah.
being in this present, like, it's just such a beautiful space to not be like constantly fear,
Yeah.
all the time about what happened or what's going to happen. It's like,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. Like, it really doesn't.
It doesn't
Right
matter.
now matters, This conversation
Yeah.
matters,
It's the mind over matter.
Yeah.
I don't mind because it don't matter.
Exactly. I think it's so good. And I think if people take that responsibility and they realise that one person can make a difference.
Yeah.
That one person, as soon as you've shifted the thing within yourself, because the excuse is usually, I can't, I'm too busy, I've got the kids, I've got to look after my family, I've got, too much to do. It's like, as soon as you do the thing for you,
Yeah.
everything elevates. Your relationships are better, your finances are better, everything. It's all
Yeah.
limiting beliefs. So,
Yeah.
that I really love empowering people to realise that it is just you. Because that whole,
Yeah.
have you ever watched the Ant movie? Where it's like the grasshoppers, and when the
I
ants
know about
realise...
it. I'm aware of it. I don't think I've watched it.
Well, if the ants realise that if they come together and take out these 3 grasshoppers, that it's the collective that makes us big, you
Right.
know. So that one little ant, you know, one of us can have that effect.
Yeah.
Because people around you watch, you know.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Why PSYCH-K though? Like, if somebody was to go, okay, well, I've heard PSYCH-K is really cool. Like, what would they expect in like a session? Or what's the kind of
Yeah.
process, I guess?
Yeah. What would they expect? Well,
Yeah.
I think the key is to not have specific expectations, but to
Yeah.
expect change.
Yeah. Okay.
To expect change, because if we're focused on one thing that we want to happen, when we create new beliefs or when we transform the stress,
Yeah.
or help somebody do that, because they're the ones that do it,
Yeah.
there's so many things happening, not just consciously, but underneath the conscious level of awareness, that they're just focusing on one thing. And that specific thing might not change straight away. They might think, well, no, it hasn't happened.
Yeah.
If they just be open and go, well, notice what happens.
Yeah.
You notice what happens, because then you'll see so many more areas of life where little things are starting to change. Always notice the little things, because
Yes.
what you're doing when you create new beliefs and what you're doing when you transform stress, you're actually changing yourself at the being level,
Yeah.
at the base level, at the root level where everything else originates from. And there's so many things connected to all of those beliefs and all of those programs.
Yeah.
So just expect great things to happen, but just don't focus in on one thing.
specific, yeah.
I mean, you know, PSYCH-K does two things really well. We talked about it. Removes, creates new beliefs, bring new beliefs into the system, and transforms stress.
Yeah.
When we can do that, it changes everything.
It really does.
It really does. Sometimes you could do one process to create a new belief, and you could have a conscious verification that something's changed. Go, wow, I really feel different about that. So sometimes you're one balance away, we call it a balance,
Yes.
from creating a new reality. Sometimes we're a few more,
Yeah.
right? Sometimes we're a few more. Sometimes you might be 2 or 3 or 4 to really change your perception about a situation. Some things are simple, some things are complicated. But the
Yeah.
great thing is all of these processes
They're quick.
just take a few minutes, right? And so in short order, we can change our perspective or our perception,
Yeah.
which then changes our perspective on any situation we want in life. In fact, we never ever have to stay in a state of stress. We never have to stay in a state where we feel stuck or unable to move forward, or self-sabotage, or
Yep.
getting in our own way
Yes.
ever again when you know this stuff, because you can just do a balance
Yeah.
and change your perception, which changes your perspective on the situation, and it gets you out of your own way, so then you're able to take the action, if it's required, to do what you need to do to start moving forward.
And I think that's the key. It's the taking the action, isn't it? You know, like, you can change the belief system and do nothing about it, not take the opportunity. Like you've talked about, you know, you want to bring in abundance, you know, money and stuff, but you're going to stay in your mum's basement and never apply for any jobs or never get out of the room.
Yeah.
You still have to take the action. It's not just
Yeah.
like, oh, you're magically healed and everything's fine and dandy. You really got to see the opportunities, be open to the opportunities, and just see what happens. Take a leap of faith.
Well, we're physical beings, right? So when we're creating in the physical world, so we need to take physical action.
Yeah.
But when we have our beliefs not supporting us, or stress holding us back, it's hard to take the action.
Yeah.
We have so many things we want to achieve,
Yeah.
and we just never get them done.
No.
If we could just take action towards our goals and not get in our own way, we'd just have different lives.
Yeah, wouldn't we?
But those programs are stopping us. Let's start with just changing our own lives at this level, right?
Yeah.
Change is hard and it's difficult. That's an example of that. When we create the new beliefs to support our goals and remove the stress that's blocking us, because limiting beliefs and stress block us from relationships, from money, from health, from every area of life.
Yes.
Right? And we've all got them.
Yeah.
Right? Easy to change. When we create the beliefs that support us and remove the stress, taking action is really easy.
Yeah.
Right? It becomes easy and effortless to take those actions. And it's like you've moved the train tracks rather than pointing in the wrong direction, because that's what the subconscious is like.
Yep.
They're like set in stone train tracks or tram tracks. We were in Melbourne.
Yeah. True.
You can't change direction on a train.
No.
You just go where the train's going.
Yeah.
And when we create the new belief, we're actually doing all the heavy lifting. We're moving the train tracks to point towards our goals.
Yeah.
But the train's sitting there. You've got to get it moving. So you've got to take some action.
Yes.
Right? But the action then becomes easier. And if you still can't take the action, you've just got something else you need to do, right? Do another balance.
Yeah.
Right? And you just balance until you can take the action and then see it happen.
Yeah. It's incredible.
So, yeah.
Tell us one story before we wrap up. What's a story that, like, a big story that people can sort of take from this, whether it's your own or someone else that you've, helped balance for? What's a story that you might be able to share?
Well, I'll just give you my personal story.
Yeah.
And they're very simple, and they're very practical, but it was the reason why I
got passionate.
The light bulb went off in such a massive way for me. I never planned to be doing this professionally. I never, it was just,
Funny
I was interested.
Same.
I was just interested in, things that could help me, have a better experience of life.
Yeah.
And I was open-minded. You've got to be open-minded in life.
You do.
Right? If you're not open-minded, you're just closing yourself off to so many opportunities.
I know, right? I don't understand those people. Anyway.
Yeah, what do they say? The mind works best when it's like a parachute, when it's open.
And you can just glide wherever you want. You're not just, I agree. You're not just straight down to the ground.
Yeah. So my friend Joe, who introduced me to this PSYCH-K.
Go Joe. Thanks, Joe.
Shout out to
Legend.
Joe. Yeah. I talk to her. So, I talk about you at every single talk I do. Every workshop, and he's like, really?
You're famous and you don't even know it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Well, he does know it, but he's not there.
My family's changed their lives.
And how many people's lives,
lots
mine included. So
lots of people's lives. And thanks to Joe and people like Joe and all the people that are doing this work, you facilitating. There's 28 instructors in the world that are just all beautiful, and they're all out teaching these really beautiful, elegant processes that help us become self-empowered. Thanks to all of those people, right? Because they're the reason why, in a small way, we're creating these little points around the planet where people are becoming self-empowered again for the first time.
Just so good for the collective.
Properly self-empowered, right? And we need lots of different people, lots of diversity and different people from different, types of people, because, and I'll talk about my story in a sec, because, they all connect with different people. And when somebody changes something within themselves with PSYCH-K, for example, you go and do some balances and you resolve an issue that you've got in your own life, or I do that in my life. What it does, or for anyone who does this, you then become activated. You then become activated to help anyone else with that same thing, because you know what's happened.
Yes.
And then that spreads out further.
It does.
And that's why we need diversity.
I agree.
In a big way. And we need as many people in lots of different backgrounds, different ages, out there doing this stuff. And because we're all then reclaiming our free will and our personal power more than ever before. Because that's what it's about. Okay, 2 stories.
Yes.
Okay, Joe came over, he said, what do you want to work on? I said, well, this is back in 2006. I said, I've been trying to exercise for 5 years. I'd used to exercise when I was young, but back 2000, up to 2006, I was getting really frustrated. I joined the gym 5 years in a row, $1,000 each year.
Who can relate?
I went once each year. I think the last 2 years I even joined my wife as well. So it's $2,000.
Yeah, great.
We
More
went
money.
once.
Shit.
I called the gym Finance First.
Finance first. It's so true.
Anyway, I kept going down to the swimming pool near where I lived to do laps, because I used to be a good swimmer. Talked my way out of it. Phone was the big excuse. Always had something to do. Jumped in, or it'd just be nice to just sunbake. Or I'd jump in, I'd swim 1 lap, get out.
Yeah, okay.
Got so many pairs of running shoes, just never got out the door. I got all these great running shoes.
These shoes are going to make me do it. These shoes are going to make me do it. No.
So I said, I've got a problem, Joe. And he said, I think we need to create a new belief. He said, what would you like to believe in instead of, this is all a problem? I said, I'd like to love exercise. So we created a belief, I love exercise. And so, and we haven't talked about this, because one of the key things with the what we're talking about is we've never had the ability to communicate with the subconscious mind
Yes,
before,
true.
because it's subconscious.
Right.
Subconscious doesn't speak,
No.
and we can use our conscious intuition to think about what might be there, but it doesn't actually know.
No.
We can think
Speculate.
we have a belief and test it, and we don't, or think we don't and we do.
Yep.
But he used something called muscle testing, which you might have heard of with kinesiology, or you've heard of it,
Yeah.
and to establish communication with my subconscious mind, to make sure we're getting clear communication. And then he asked me to repeat the statement with meaning and conviction, I love exercise. And then he muscle tested, and it works on strong and weak responses. Do you think I was strong or weak?
Weak.
I was very weak, which meant I didn't have that as a belief. And then he guided me through the balance process, 7 steps, every one of them so important, every one of them absolutely key in changing the subconscious mind. But there was one step in the middle where he asked me to sit in a particular posture, a little bit like a yoga posture. Now, if you know yoga, every posture creates a different energetic circuit in your body. This was a posture that actually helped and does integrate and make connection between the left and right side of the brain. By itself, it doesn't change the subconscious, but it's a key part of the process. And he asked me to sit in this posture and repeat the statement with my eyes closed, I love exercise. And he said, when you notice something change, open your eyes and we'll continue on. And as I started repeating, I love exercise, all of the objections came up. No, you don't. You hate exercise. You're not an exercise person, and you're going to hurt yourself if you exercise. And these were the limiting beliefs I didn't even realise were under my system.
Isn't it?
And as I kept repeating it, they got louder and louder, and suddenly after about 5 minutes, they just went whew, and they completely disappeared.
Wow.
And they were replaced with a sense of excitement while I was saying I love exercise. And it was really unusual. I was like, I opened my eyes, I said, I'm feeling excited. Is that it? And he said, I think that's it. And so we completed the process. It took about 10 minutes, 12 minutes all up. And then we tested with the muscle testing at the end, and I said, I love exercise. He muscle tested me, and this time my arm was like a rock. It had gone from being completely weak, not just my arm, my whole body, to being like a rock. And he said, that means we've got a new belief. At the subconscious, or how do you want to celebrate? And we celebrated. My action step, because we need the action step, was to go for a swim that afternoon down at the local swimming pool. And so I picked up my towel, walked down there, still skeptical. I was like, how could something that change that quickly?
Totally not.
Jumped in the water, swam one lap, swam another lap, swam, and I ended up swimming 2 kilometres that day. And I literally became an exercise person from that day.
That's incredible.
I'd be a different physical being sitting here right now if I hadn't done that, started swimming in the oceans, gym, walking every day. And it just changed everything, you know, and I was like, wow, that just actually changed so quickly. And sometimes it can be one balance to do that, and that was one for me. I mean, I really knew what that meant to be exercising, so it was like something I really wanted. I had this huge awareness of it, so I was like, I had almost like a slingshot, pull back, and it was just like
needed to be able to be
launched.
launched.
Let go when I did it.
Nice.
And that changed my life. Second thing we did that day, and I'll share the other story, was I'd always had a real fear of public speaking, and I was in the music industry. I could play music to thousands of people. If someone gave me a microphone, I'd literally fall apart. I'd turn bright red. I'd forget what I was talking about, and I just couldn't understand how people could get up and talk in front of people. And I knew I needed to do it for the job because I was in business and I needed to do it. I used to employ people to get up and do the speeches for me.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I was that bad. So I said, could we work on the fear of the public speaking? And so he asked me to think about myself public speaking. He muscle tested. Do you think strong or weak?
Weak.
It was like, my whole body just collapsed.
Like, no
almost.
way.
And we did a modified version of this process, which you could do with any stress, by the way. And in the middle, when I was sitting in this posture again, I was doing something different. He asked me to think about the stressful situation. And he said it could get more intense before it, felt a state of peace around it. And as I thought about the public speaking, suddenly it got like 10 times as intense. It just got, all the terror, all the fear just exploded into my body, and it was showing me what was actually there.
Wow.
And it got more and more intense. After about 5-6 minutes, completely disappeared. And it was replaced with a sense of peace. And I was like, this is weird. I'm thinking about public speaking. I'm feeling super calm and relaxed. Said, I think that's it. we celebrated, we completed the process, and my action step was to stand up in front of some of my coaching clients a few days later. Got up, and it was like I was talking to my friends for the first time, rather than feeling like I was trying to second guess what I was saying. And, you know, my brain was collapsing, and I just could talk to my friends, like my coaching clients, like it was my friends. And literally from that moment, I could talk to 100, 1,000 people. Haven't done more than that.
yet.
But
Incredible.
It was just like I could just get up and start having a chat.
You didn't have a stage fright anymore. It's gone.
So think about, if you could make a list of all the stressful events in your life and actually go and just hose them all out.
Well, it's interesting because I actually did a balance for public speaking too, because I was really nervous. And then yesterday when you got me up, I said to Renee, I was like, I felt really calm.
Right.
I got up, I was nervous. I could tell I was that normal, anxious, nervous. But I didn't feel clunky. I didn't feel, and it felt really good. And I was like, that was my first probably little sneaky tidbit exposure to talking to a bunch of strange people with no idea what I was going to say and feeling really confident. So It does work. It's pretty amazing stuff, guys. I'm telling you.
I think that should be our byline. It works.
It works. It works. Yeah, that could be a little catchphrase. It's like, hey, it works. And it's fast. It works fast. Yeah. They might get the wrong idea. What are we talking about here? But it's amazing. So, I really appreciate meeting you and getting to know you and
you too.
Understanding PSYCH-K. I know, right? Woo, we're killing it.
It's all we're all doing the same stuff. We're all just normal people having a crack at life.
Exactly.
Everyone's got this incredible potential. And it's just not us, it's the programs. No matter where you're at, no matter if you're a super high achiever, you've got, hundreds of % more upside potential. Or if you're struggling, it's just the programs. It's not you.
Exactly.
It's not you.
It's not you. And you can change it.
But
it's just about taking responsibility and going, I want to change it. I've had enough. Let's fix this.
Yeah. And, and we're going to talk just quickly about the physical health stuff. It's not a cure for physical health conditions, but, if you're able to remove the stress out of your life and optimize the beliefs, it helps our body do what it does best. And that's not curing a physical condition, but great things can happen when we are able to remove that stress, because everyone knows stress makes us sick. Yeah, well, there is science around that. So, you know, knowing that stress is really doing damage to our bodies. Yeah. Removing that, why wouldn't it obviously have positive effects, right? Yeah, disclaimer, it's not a cure for any physical condition. No. And it might be a side effect. It's a beautiful complement to all traditional healthcare, to all traditional psychology, alternative psychology, alternative medicine, to personal training. Yes. Right? Amazing what you're doing physical, to your nutrition. It just helps support everything that we're doing in all the different areas of our life. Yeah. So it's not a replacement, it's just an additive. A beautiful additive. It's a compliment. I love it. It's a really beautiful compliment. And the great thing is you can literally just learn this and straight off the bat be able to create incredible changes and help people create incredible changes in their life, no matter how clunky you are. Yeah, exactly. That's the great thing. It's not like it's not like learning to play the piano or golf, which takes years. You know, it's just very quick to go and learn and get mastery with yourself with this stuff. So how would they do that? How would they, if they want to come and learn how to do PSYCH-K, what do you, because you're the trainer, what do you offer? How does it look? Well, there's two ways you can experience PSYCH-K. One is you can experience it with a private session with a facilitator like you. Yes. Right. Recommend everyone that knows you. Yes. Get a session. Come and get some. Or have an experience. Well, exactly. Yeah. Because the thing is, if people, you just tell people about it. They often associate it with something else they know. It's like reading a book and not actually implementing the actions. But if you go and experience it, it's like you can't unexperience it. Yeah. You'll be like, oh my gosh, that's what it is. Even just the muscle test on its own, it's like, how was I weak and now strong? Like, that in itself is like a hang on. If you've never done that before, that gets people. Yeah. So that's a great avenue to get to have an experience with a facilitator. Yep. Find someone that you resonate with. And do you facilitate as well? Sometimes? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I'm a lot less these days, only because I'm busy with the workshops. Training, but I love it. It's my favourite thing, because when you're in the trenches with someone talking about their stuff, and you're helping them just change it. And you see their eyes open and their heart open up.
Yeah.
And you get goosebumps, and you just never get sick of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Seeing
I agree.
these issues that people have had their whole lives just transformed in front of your eyes,
And hearing
and
their
they're doing it,
stories.
and seeing them doing it
Yes.
themselves and becoming self-empowered is amazing.
Yep.
We have a global website called PSYCH-K.com. There's instructors all over the world that teach this process. You can see who they are, and you can have a chat to them and find somebody that resonates with you. Have a look, and everyone's different, right?
Yeah.
You resonate with different people that I resonate with,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's the diversity thing.
Yeah.
But there's also a list of preferred facilitators on there. But find someone that you connect with. The great thing is you can do this with people in person. You can do it online.
Yep.
And have an experience.
I like the in-person because it's just so, you're meeting new people and you're feeling what it's like to muscle test someone and be muscle tested on. And
It gives that extra level, right?
does,
it's giving
yeah.
it's giving your partner conscious awareness of the muscle testing difference, and it's a great thing to experience. But have an experience. That's one way you can do this.
Yeah.
And by the way, it's when you facilitate this, it's also incredible to use with your kids.
Yeah.
As long as they can concentrate long enough for 5-6 minutes, they can be 5-6 years old. You can be taking all those speed bumps out of their life. It's so intense for kids, more than ever these days.
It is.
Whether it's around school. By the way, school is all about how whole-brained you are, not about how smart you are.
Exactly.
Right? You can change, I say to kids, you can do less work and get better results if we do a couple of these.
Right.
And they're like, really?
All right, sign me up.
Anyway, so you can experience it in a session,
Yep.
or you can learn how to do this yourself.
Yep.
If you're a can-do
Yeah.
person, you just want to dive in, you can learn how to do this in a workshop. So we have PSYCH-K goes very, very deep, and it's and why? Because the subconscious is unlimited in where it can go, and there's so many places we can go and play in that area and help people.
Yep.
And they can do that stuff with themselves. But our starting point, we have in-person and we have online workshops. Definitely recommend in-person workshops if you can get to one.
Exactly,
right?
yeah. If you can't, online's great, but get in person if you can.
Only because it's also opens up all of our other workshops.
Yeah,
yeah,
true.
and it's the full experience. That's the foundational program. It's called our basic workshop. But it's far from basic.
Oh yeah, it's life-changing.
It's far
I should
from,
probably change the name because it is life-changing.
It's far from basic. The far from basic
The far from basic.
is the in-person, and
It's 3 days, isn't it?
it's 3 days.
Yeah.
So it's normally 3 full days, and you're learning how to facilitate PSYCH-K with yourself, how you can work with others,
Yep.
how you can work with others as well, and facilitate in person with other people. So that could be friends, family, even clients. We have a professional program, but you could start doing basic
That's what I
sessions
did. I need to do
with
the
people after the
professional
basic in person.
Yep.
And learn how to do a session, right? And there's a whole lot more in it, but you're learning you can master your entire life from that workshop.
Yeah.
The online level 1 workshop, which is a separate starting point, is a stripped back version of the basic workshop, and it's about just for personal use only, and we're learning only one process to create new beliefs and one process to transform stress, where we're learning 2 for each in the basic. Then the world's your oyster after that. I mean,
really
with the in-persons, we go, we've got an advanced workshop, which is, accelerated
so much
change. That's where you go from a Hogwarts to advanced magic school.
Yes.
That's where you become actually a real witch or a wizard. A good witch or a good wizard.
Honestly, that is literally not even joking. That's where, when you did that session at the end of the basic where you did the surrogation, I was like, what just happened? And now that I've experienced it and seen the surrogation stuff, it's like magic a little bit.
Yeah. But it's not really. I'm saying I'm saying all of that as a joke. These are all things that we can do, like work on behalf of someone else who's not at our physical location.
Yeah, which is amazing.
That's stuff that we can all do if we know how. We call that surrogation. Muscle testing. Most people don't realise that you can do that and communicate so easily with the subconscious mind. But the advanced is just like, just expanded
It is.
in what we learn. Then if you do that, we have this beautiful gift that we give our facilitators, which is called Divine Integration
I'm so
Retreat,
excited for that.
which is 2.5 days where we just do balances with our higher self and deepen our relationship with God, divine. And it's not religious, it's a spiritual, very personal workshop, and that is incredible.
Yeah.
If you've done advanced, we have health and well-being, which is all about mastering the epigenetics and the placebo and activating the mind doctor,
Which is
that we all have.
incredible. Oh my goodness.
And then we've got a master facilitation after basic, which is all about learning how to do professional sessions at a high level, you know, but not just in person, but video and phone using the surrogation as well. So you learn surrogation in the master facilitation and the advanced. So that's pretty crazy life skills to have.
Yeah, I reckon.
And the level 2 online, which you do after level 1, is like a stripped back version of the master facilitation.
Yeah, okay.
And so, you know, you can go as deep as you want, but if you just start with the base, you learn everything you need to know. It's not like part 1 and part 2.
No.
You learn everything you need to do at that basic workshop, and it really gives you life skills that you will use for the rest of your life. After you learn how to do this, because it's a life skill, this is important, it's a life skill that's essential. It's right up there with eating and walking.
Yes, it really is. It really
right?
is.
The ability to get into the big computer that runs 95% of your life and actually make it work for you. Right? If you had a computer at home, right, we've got a computer, and it wasn't working, you go and do something about it.
Exactly.
Because you can. We can do that with ourselves now.
It's funny because our little catchphrase, everyone knows me as, oh, you can balance for that. Oh, you can balance for that. You can balance for that.
Yeah. So
it's a tool.
So it's a life skill, but it's also a learnt skill. You need to learn it.
Yes.
You know, so unfortunately, you just can't learn it for free on there because it takes 3 days to learn how to do this in a few minutes.
It's really immersive, isn't it?
It's really, and then it's like, but then you got it for life, and everything you do for the rest of your life is free.
It is, right?
You can sit there and you can create 1,000 new beliefs free.
Yeah.
You're only limited by or unlimited by your imagination.
But you have to actually take the tools, and that's the biggest thing. Some people can go to these things, do the basic workshop, go, oh, that was fun, get all hyped up in the moment and never use it. Because I remember you said that with some of the clients that you've had or something where they just, you know, ones that actually implemented it and practiced it when they left, their lives flourished. And the ones that are like, that was nice, their lives still transformed, but they didn't continue on, you know, with the new beliefs and working through it. So it's incredible the change you can have if you actually, let yourself have that opportunity to use the tools. But then if you have a self-worth belief, then you will do it.
Yeah. I mean, self-worth, all the metaphysical people say that's the base of everything. You know, I love myself unconditionally, I'm worthy of the best. Those things, you need to have those before you can have a relationship with someone else. But back just quickly to the workshops. So, you know, they're the two, right? They're in-person, online. Recommend the in-person. You know, if you're thinking about doing it, really connect with a person that might be teaching those workshops. You can find those on PSYCH-K.com. And make sure that, you know, someone you resonate with, right? Because you'll find different people and find people you resonate with. Check them out. I personally teach workshops and have done in many areas, but really my focus is in Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane, and Auckland. At the moment, I'm going to be going and doing more in Singapore and and Vietnam soon as well. But and things could change from there as well. My website has got all my workshops on there. Also, they're on PSYCH-K.com. But there's a lot of opportunity out there. There's a lot of opportunity. It's really easy to get in touch with. For you, it's easy to get in touch with you. Recommend that. Recommend her. She's amazing.
Thanks.
Easy to get in touch with me. To find out about this stuff. You know, it's pretty much if you do this, it becomes your favourite subject.
It really does. It's all I talk about. People are like, oh, Sarah and the subconscious mind. It's like K again, yes.
But not in an abstract way, in a really practical way.
100%.
Let's change that.
It's like, let's go. We could balance for that. It's like, all right, let's go. And the amount of times we'll be having lunch with friends or something, be like, can we do a balance after this? Like, all right, let's go. We'll go over, sit in a little corner somewhere and just do a quick balance. So come back to the lunch, you know. And they're like, oh, I feel so motivated. I can do that thing now, you know. So it's really cool. It's a cool little topic. It's almost like a party trick at a party.
Well, it's a party trick, but you don't want to use it like a party trick. You want to take it seriously. But it really is. It's a key to life.
Yeah, it is. It's amazing.
It is a key to
I just want to
life.
balance everyone. It's like, just come and get a balance, please. Like, I just do it, you know?
Yeah.
Please, you know, I want the collective consciousness to raise. You know, everybody wins when everybody wins, you know? When we're all empowered and we're all on our best life path, everybody wins. There's less conflict, there's less arguments, there's less heat. You know, there's just more
less
connection.
reaction.
Less reaction, yep.
Yeah, humanity's in a big reaction.
It is.
Yeah, and we don't want to react.
No.
Yeah, and we want to take back our power so we can be proactive rather than reactive.
I agree.
It just makes a big difference to life.
It does.
It really does. I want to really appreciate everything that you're doing, because your energy around this is so great. I mean, you know, and you're sharing it with people, because it's one thing to know it, but it's another thing to tell other people about it.
Yeah.
You know, because how many people do we know that are just stuck?
Yeah.
You know, maybe it's a relationship 20 years ago, they're still stuck in that.
Yeah.
And it could be like 3 or 4 minutes.
Exactly.
And suddenly that's free.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And we worry about what people will think about us, but we should balance for that stuff.
Right? Because then you get to be free of that.
Yeah.
Like, you have so much room for creativity and for goals and for aspirations when you get rid of all the crap that's holding you back, you know? You're so worried about what you look like or what you speak like or what that person over there thinks you're doing, even though you're not doing anything, you know? And you can get rid of that and fill it in with so much beautiful stuff. Like, you just have such a better life.
Yeah. And look, you know, there may be other ways in the world to do this.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? I don't know anything that does what we can do this fast, even slowly.
Yeah, yes.
Right?
Even
but
when
there
you're
may
practicing.
be, and if you've got another way to be able to do this stuff, go for it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly.
Go for it. You know,
I'd rather you do
whatever,
it than not.
whatever works for you, go for it. But this is just very specific in doing these two things that are the two, in my opinion, the most important things we can do to improve our experience of life.
Yeah.
And hopefully that's been, you know, that message is, boom, we get that out
everybody gets
today.
it, yes. No, thank you so much.
So,
I really appreciate your time.
amazing.
Really, really do.
Yeah.
I'm glad I was able to pin you down and get you
Yes.
pulled aside for a bit to have a little chat and let
Amazing.
everyone know.
Amazing.
Is there any last minute things you want to say to the group before we wrap it up?
Well, it was really just maybe the words of our originator for this process, Rob Williams.
Yeah.
He died last year, rest in peace. Amazing man. Rob's main message to everyone was, may you recognise your divinity.
Yes.
May you recognise that you are a spiritual being with infinite potential.
Oh,
Yes!
how empowering is
Right?
that?
But and you can now access that potential.
Yeah.
Right? When you do, and you realise that, and you start saying to yourself, I'm more than being just a body walking around alone. I'm more than human. I'm trapped in this bed. And start looking at what might be possible.
Yeah.
And thinking about, what could my life be like?
Yeah.
How much better could life be? That's when opportunities will start showing up for you. And then you need to take a step. You need to take a step towards that that you're thinking about.
Yeah.
And when you do that, everything's going to change. And it's like you're stepping into the field of possibility.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful thing that, you know, we hope for everybody, right? And we're still work in progress.
Yeah.
I'm just a normal guy. You're a normal
Yeah, exactly.
gal.
There's
You know,
plenty of things we've still got to work through.
And as we transform certain things in our lives, other challenges come
I
up.
know, it's like, oh, you can
Right.
handle more now. Here you go.
Next one. Right. I didn't realise that was there.
Yeah, damn.
But overall,
Yeah.
your average state of how you are in everyday life gets better.
100%.
And we're only here for a short time. We're here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah, that was my auntie's quote. I love that.
And we want to make the most of our life, and when we do that, it helps everyone around us,
It
and
does.
kids and everyone. And so I just hope that it's not all serious,
Yeah.
right? It's about really enjoying life and
having some
and
fun.
loving life and finding that joy and finding that experience where we can, you know, turn our hearts into like this. Because, you know, this resonance of joy.
Yeah.
You know, that would be my hope.
Right?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Honestly, I really appreciate it. We could honestly talk for days for this, so I'll probably get you on another podcast if I can pin you down another time. But thank you so much for everything, and
Thank
good
you,
luck.
Sarah.
You're heading to Melbourne now, aren't you?
Yes.
Yes,
So-
beautiful. Well, thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.
Okay.
Bye. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you had just as much fun as we did with this episode. And hit like and subscribe if you want to hear what is coming up next. We have a few incredible people that are jumping on this channel to teach you and show you and inspire you and give you a little bit of a journey into their different stories. So stay tuned and don't miss an episode of something that may create awareness and change your life. Bye!